Welcome everybody to day 6, lesson 6 of Now's the Time. We're learning all about motivation. We're learning all about how your body has needs, how you need oxygen, how you need water. We're learning about how you process information faster. We're going to continue to work on increasing our white brain matter. Now, I discovered this when my father had the Alzheimer's, and I was able to communicate through song with him. So I did a lot of research on Alzheimer's, and I found out an interesting fact. If you juggle, and they've studied jugglers, believe it or not, jugglers don't get Alzheimer's because they're teaching the left side of the brain to talk to the right side of the brain. And just think of this. Let's say your brain is the biggest computer in the world, the fastest computer in the world. You do 20 billion computations per second. Your brain is like a giant computer that says, do this, process this, do this, process that, move, motion, arm, dance, shoot basketball. Your brain is controlling one major thing, your body movement. It stores information from primary function to move. So what we're going to do, we're going to start learning to juggle. Let's pretend if you're standing up, stand over a bed and get you some tennis balls at Walmart, not golf balls, but something a little bigger, and just practice pretending there's a rectangle from here up to the top of your head, over and down. And the first thing you do is get used to throwing it at the top of the triangle, So let's get a ball. Get ready, and I'll wait for you to come back in a couple of seconds. And if you don't have a ball, you can just pretend it's this motion right here. If you don't have one, that's okay. If you have a pair of socks, it's okay. Use a pair of socks. And let's just put it in there, and let's just let it flow, 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 let it flow. After a while, use your other hand. Now, it's all right if you drop it left-handed if you're a righty. You may not have taught your body to use anything on the left side. Well, a new experience for you. It doesn't matter if it takes you a week or a month. You're going to learn a new skill. For everybody who's only used your right hand your whole life, when you're starting to use your left, your brain's going to go, wow, this is exciting. Something new. I want to learn. I want to learn this. I want to learn this. I want to learn this. You'll be crummy at it. Then all of a sudden you can do it. Really good. It's just like when your brain said, we can stand up. Let's take a step. No. Hold on to that for balance. Now you got to teach your brain to catch the ball or an apple. I can use fruit. I don't suggest you do. Now, practice. After you practice for a few days, then you want to take the ball in the left hand, throw it to the right, and catch. Put it in the left hand, throw it in the right, and catch. Put it in the left hand, throw it in the right, and catch. Left hand, throw it in the right, and catch. You want to get to where it's going the same height each time. Easier when you're standing up and catch. After you do that a while, then you want to do the other hand. Top of the rectangle, top. See how I'm not even looking at my other hand passing the apple? I'm just looking at the top. We're getting the hands used to doing things. And we can do it the other way. Okay, after you practice that a little bit, each day practice for a few minutes. Remember, if you have somebody and you're in your 30s or 40s and your mom and dad's in their 60s, teach this for goodness sakes. If you don't want to go see them in a nursing home with Alzheimer's, start teaching them to develop the other side of the brain. This is worth thousands and thousands of dollars, if not more than that, to you. And you'll spend so much more money treating Alzheimer's than you will preventing it. So let's share this information with mom and dad and just say, hey, here's the research. You can research it, fact check me. You're going to be astounded. It's like, wow, why don't they tell everybody? You know why? They make too much money off of it. They want your house. They want to put you in a nursing home. They want all the money. Oh, it's $5,000 a month. And when you run out of money, okay, that's okay. So they're going to take your money from you. Okay, so let's go on here after we did that a little bit. And I want to tell you a story. This is an important story to understand. I wrote this story, so I'm going to read it to you. Bill is a typical father who works in a factory called B.F. Goodrich. He is married to Mary. Bill and Mary have a son named David. On the weekend, Mary asks Bill to take David with him to the grocery store. It was Bill's chore, was to do the grocery shopping. Because Mary is behind on some housework as she too works. Bill doesn't feel good. He's had a hard week. He reluctantly agrees to take the 5-year-old son to the grocery store in Walmart. On the way, Bill is talking to his friend on a cell phone who works at B.F. Goodrich, the factory with Bill. And he says, hey Joe, have you heard the talk? No, what's the talk? There's talk of layoffs. Bill has some added stress and added worries. He might be out of a job. Before he went to Walmart, Bill had opened his credit card bill that morning, and it was more than he had figured on, as the price of everything was going up. Bill's like, man, I'm wondering how I'm going to make ends meet. Bill was a little snappy this morning at his wife Mary over taking his son to the store, but the morning fight with Mary was something Bill was now thinking about. Man, I took it out on her. He's got a lot on his mind. As Bill is doing the grocery shopping, he notices all the things are going up. Food is getting outrageous. He had allocated for a family of 3 $150 a week for food. For a family of 3 and the new baby who's there. It makes it 4. The money seems like it's not going as far nowadays. Gas is going up. The electric bill's going up. Food's going up. Everything is sky high and going up. Bill's thinking about, man, I need to find a second job just to make ends meet. Now, while in the store, the 5-year-old boy, David, who's 5 years old, asks his dad for a toy. Bill says, not today, son. But the 5-year-old does what a 5-year-old does. He doesn't know the cost of food's going up. He doesn't know the credit card bill is high. He doesn't know there might be an upcoming layoff. And the little 5-year-old boy persists and says, please, Daddy, I want a toy. The dad's frustrated with his life, with the pressure. He snaps and tells the boy, you have not been good enough today. I said no, you can't have a toy. Now, the little boy's 5 years old. As a child sitting in the car, this is what the child thinks to himself. You are not good enough. I don't measure up. I'm not good enough. Daddy said I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I don't measure up. I'm not good enough. Time passes. The boy magnifies this in his mind. I don't measure up. The stigmatism is now part of his inner makeup for the rest of his life. He had an emotional experience. It goes into his long-term memory. Now, when you hear this and you read this, it's okay if you stop and cry a bit, because parents don't have a little guide that says, oh, don't do this at 5 years old because it can make him feel he doesn't measure up or she doesn't measure up the rest of his life. The father didn't mean to do it, but he put it in there. You have to learn, understand, you have to correct the kids, but you never want to tell them you're not good enough. They take it as they don't measure up. You have to stop and say, Johnny, today we're not going to get a toy. We'll get something later on when we can afford it. I love you very much. When we go home, we don't have to have toys to play with. Daddy will play with you, son. Give your son a hug and say, Daddy will play with you. We don't need a toy. But I'll get you a toy when I get paid in a couple of weeks. Can't afford it right now. It's all right to teach them the value of money. It's okay to say we don't have enough money, but you got to do it in the right way. No one wants to put it into their child, but maybe it's in you. Maybe you have felt all your life for some reason you didn't measure up. It's a big thing. We're having to clean out our computer with new data, so let it go. You do measure up. Your mom or your dad didn't mean to make you feel that you didn't. Or your wife didn't mean to make you feel that she didn't. Don't let somebody else tell you what your value is. It will hurt you for the rest of your life. When people are hurting, what do they turn to? A way to numb the pain. Oh, 1 drink, 2 drinks, 5 drinks every day. Nobody wakes up and says, what do you want to do next year? I'm 16 years old. I think I'll work on becoming an alcoholic. What turned out to be fun and be cool or just have a good time turns out to be the thing. Oh, Dad doesn't want me to come and have fun. He wants me to be in by 11 o'clock on Friday night. You magnify it in your mind because you've not built that security foundation of your children. You've not been the parent that said, no, you have to do what Mom and Dad says because I love you. I expect more than that out of you. So, we have to address right now our need for significance and how you feel about significance. Now, in Module 3 about the 7 one-minute meditations, I teach you how to forgive yourself. I teach you how to get rid of those inner demons, how to forgive other people who've hurt you. You're not ready for it yet. You have to learn to read. It's a preview of things to come. That's a hard course. But it is one of the most rewarding courses. And in as little as 2 weeks, you will view the world differently through my meditation process. Remember, I had people make fun of me because I couldn't walk hardly. I had to sit in a chair. I had to move like that with a collar on my neck for years. People made fun of me. Kids made fun of me. Kids hurt me. I didn't let that define me. I let that motivate me to show them all I can play. Now I'll tell you one story. It was in me so deep that when I got to where I could play, I cut my thumb, I kicked field goals. I wanted to play football to be like my dad. Since I was a little grasshopper, all I heard was how great my uncle was. Led the state of Kentucky in scoring in 52. Great running back. Had to go off the Korean War, didn't get to go to college, but one of the best running backs ever. John Henry. I wanted to play football. I wanted my dad to be proud of me. I lifted weights. My legs were fantastically strong, and I ran through the forest zigzagging trees. I told my mom, sophomore year, said, I've got my thumb taped, I can't use it, my hand too good, but I want to play football. And my mom's like, no, you'll break your neck again. I said, Mom, God healed my neck, I'm okay, I want to play. I went to my father, I said, Dad, I want to play. Give me a shot, give me a chance. This might be my only way I can go to college. We can't afford that. My dad had a special collar built for me from Rawlings, and they adopted that thing and put it in the pros a few years later, where you could not snap your neck back. All year long, my mom had told the coach, don't let my son play, I'm afraid he'll break his neck. We're getting beat by Butler High School in the 10th game of the year. 42-0. I told Coach Holman, I said, Coach, I waited my whole life. You're losing 42-0. In practice, I outrun everybody. Give me a chance. If I'm going to fail, let me fail. If I'm going to get hurt, let me get hurt pursuing my dream. He puts me in the fourth quarter. This is Butler, the defending state champion. Nobody had scored on him that year. I'm playing running back. I tell the guys, just give me a little crack, man. The first play they handed off to me, I lose 3 or 4 yards. The next play, I juded left, juded right. I got 3. I ran 10 or 12, 15 yards. All the way down the field, I ran. We scored a touchdown. We kicked off to them. They moved down and scored. 3 minutes ago, we go all the way down the field and score another touchdown. I get over 100 yards rushing against Butler High School. After the game's over, everybody's yelling because we're the only team to score on them. But we didn't win a game that year. Coach takes me back out on the field. He says, next year, Ronnie, you're going to be my star running back. And I said, nope. He gave me the game ball, and I punted it from the 10-yard line through the field goal out to the practice field. I said, I'm done. I wanted to prove to myself that I could. I proved that, but I don't want my mom to be hurt. I didn't get hurt. I proved I can do it. I proved I can compete. I proved I can be the best. And I quit. Most of the people in the high school don't even remember that I played a few games. Well, one game. Practice all the time. Richard got his hand broke the first day of practice. But my need for significance to be proven that I could compete was in me at an early age. So whatever your demons are, we can help get rid of your demons. We'll leave you with one thing today before we do our reading. Words are like weapons. They hurt, they kill, and they can destroy. The words of the reckless pierce like a sword, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Proverbs 12:18. Please be careful what you say to your wife. Please be careful what you say to your husband. Your wife is your riches. It doesn't matter how much money you got. It's pieces of paper. It just does stuff. Other than that, you can't take it to heaven with you when you die. But if you hurt her feelings, you're going to put a brick around her heart. And another one, and another one, and another one. Pretty soon she's got a wall around her heart, and you're an outsider. You didn't get married to become estranged and end up with a divorce. Don't be addicted to alcohol, drugs, verbal abuse. Treat her like a queen. If you treat her like a queen, you will be her king. You want your life to be better? I'm telling you right now how to have a great life. It starts with learning and honoring. You have to honor, you have to bring to your door of your home honor. My grandmother taught me honor. My father taught me honor. If you don't bring honor to your door, your home will be dishonored. If you don't have discipline to bite your tongue and create a way, we have a whole module on how to be happily married forever, to where it's like Romeo and Juliet. Every day is so exciting. Every day with me and Rhonda is like the best thing in my life. I don't even care if I created a company that made $175 million. I've been all over the world. I don't care about that. I care about making her life better. I care about this module making your life better. Using my knowledge, my experience to make your life better. I don't care if you become a millionaire, if you learn how to read, if you learn how to get along, if you learn how to change your kid's life, and you're happy, and you're fulfilled, and you're a whole person that's not hurt anymore, then this is successful. Let's go on the journey together. So, let's understand we all have the need for significance. You can master any art, any skill. Here's one of my paintings that I did. I read about this guy named Bob Ross. I never took any lessons on wet technique. I ordered the stuff, and that's my first Bob Ross. I mean, I was lost on a sea of emotion. And I was trying to find my way home. And I found Rhonda. And I was going through storms, man. I was going through storms and rough seas. And she shot out a light that said, come to me. I'll heal your hurts and pains. I'll be your friend. And that's how I found my way home. That's a cool painting right there. I mean, You know, that's my first one of those kind of Bob Ross things. This isn't off Bob Ross, this is made up in my head, but the technique is wet on wet. So I was not a painter, but I dreamed I could be. This November, I'm doing an art show in New York for charity. Isn't that cool? Okay, let's get ready for our next speed test. Let's sit up straight. Let's drink some water. Let's use our finger as a visual pointer. And we're going to read for 2 minutes. Isn't that cool that she told me that thing a half an hour ago and I can remember her password number that quickly? I don't have to ask her again. I mean, this is such an amazing thing. The mind is a beautiful thing. Okay, anyway, back to that. I mean, sometimes I tickle myself. And one thing I'd like to add too, by golly, you know, when you were a child and you were by yourself before you had siblings, you used to pretend. You pretended you were a cowboy. You pretended there was monsters. You pretended. That was the happiest time of your life when you were growing your imagination. Why not be a kid again inside your mind? Why not pretend? Why not have fun? Why not pretend you're already successful? Why not pretend you're already happy as you can be? Why not pretend you're already going to Hawaii or to Paris? Why not pretend I can read 800 words a minute? I can learn anything I read and retain it instantly. I can prevent my mom and dad from getting Alzheimer's. I can show everybody at church how to have a better life. I can be a leader. I can even become a teacher of this program. I can make a lot of money helping other people cast their demons and their hurts and pains away. Okay, so that's the thing today. So let's tilt our book and read with a nice pace, indent. Let it flow, let it flow, let it flow. Ready, set, go. And ready, stop. Count the number of lines. This is a 2-minute test. Be sure to do your homework every night. Let's count them up with your finger. Let your finger touch the page. When you're doing your reading, you never let it touch the page, but when you're counting, you do. Okay? we have that number. Put it on the paper. Let's say that number is 62 or 63, whatever it might be. Let's take 62, divide by 2 minutes to equal our rate per minute, 31 lines, times 11 words. In this case, that's 341 words. Congratulations. You're growing, you're learning, you're stretching your imagination, you're increasing your infinity exercise. You want to do that every day, infinity, and do it slow. You want to start the juggling, improve your white brain matter. You want to dream build. And of course, we always know that the more emotion we put into something, the more it goes into our memory. Just like the bully in high school. Don't say anything out of anger to your wife or your kids. It goes into their memory. It's the beginning of the decline. So, we know today how to improve our life. Let's learn to talk. But more importantly, let's learn to listen to our significant other. And so I'll tell you this is a thing that we know we're on the road to success. We're looking for people with positiveness. Hope you developed your song. Until then, I'm going to leave you with this. I got it, I got it, I got it, I got it. I got what it takes. You got what it takes. We got what it takes. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can, I will. I think I can, I think I can, I know I can, I know I can, I will. I do not want to have an ordinary life. I want to have a great life. I want to be a great family. I want to do great things for the world. God bless. Have a fantastic night. Tomorrow is an unbelievably great lesson. See you next time. Take care.